Good morning, everyone. This is Data from NextGen, and I hope everyone has had a fantastic weekend. Today, I would like to talk to you about some of the updates I've made on my planners and my journals. Now, to better understand what I was doing, if you go back to the beginning, you'll see how I set up my planners, my journals, and my notebooks for 2023 and kind of how I set it up. So today I would like to go through and give you some of the updates based on what I've been doing for the first 4+ months. Okay, on my journals, I have two journals. I have one that I use every day pretty much, that I would take with me. So on the left, the old journal was used, so I finished using that. So now I'm moving into the next one. It's flexible and I can take it with me. So the black journal that you see on the left hand side. On the right hand side, you see the journal that I'm using for 2023. And this is going to be a big year for me. So I am basically memorializing it on how I felt about how 2023 was going. So normally I would only have one journal, but for this year I will have two. So both of these journals have replaced the ones that I have used. So I think for the first 90 days, that's pretty much how long my journals will last. So you never know what's going to happen in subsequent months. So we'll see. Okay, so one of the things I changed out, well, not really changed out, but I am augmenting my business planner. If you remember from the first video, the business planner that I'm using, there was certain sections that I wasn't going to use. So it was pretty much wasted space. So starting in July of 2023, I'm actually going to go to a different planner, which is actually my favorite, and it's called Sugar Paper. Okay, this Sugar Paper planner, as I said, goes from July 2023 through June 2024. Now, normally my business planners are 18 months. So with the planner that I'm using now, it goes through December of 2023. So I'm actually going to have a 6-month overlap. But I actually prefer this planner because I will be able to use everything here and there won't be any wasted space. So, and of course, I don't decorate my business planners. So this one is Sugar Paper. It is fountain pen friendly if I decide I want to use a fountain pen. But this is very smooth to write on, and I actually prefer this planner for my business documentation. So again, this is what I'm going to be using from July 2023 through June 2024. And then I think what's going to happen is I'll also revisit another 18-month planner that I could use for business, and that would start July 2024. Okay, now, if you remember from my big planner, I had it in a Padfolio. So it really wasn't doing anything for me. So I went back to the hardcover. So shout out to, and she knows who she is, she helped me select this cover for my big planner. And this is for my business memory planning and documentation. So I'll show you what that looks like. Not much has changed except for one thing. But I pretty much took it out of the Padfolio and put a hardcover on it. And of course, you know it's my big planner because it's using 11 discs. And it's the 8.5 by 11 pages. I'll still be able, now this particular planner does have pockets, and I could also incorporate the folders in there. So nothing has changed too much, except for it's a little bit more accessible for me. Okay, and as I said, the through December 2023, I have the vertical layout in my big planner, as you can see. So it's pretty functional. I do use it for memory keeping because I actually use a smaller one for a little bit more documentation. And again, I did make another change. So this is the big vertical layout. So I have this running until December 2023. And again, I did make one change. It's more of an addition. Okay, so what I added, and this will be starting July 2023, is the monthly layout. So this is what a monthly layout looks like, and it's pretty functional. So I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of decorating on this, and I'll show you why. Because it's pretty much, some of it's already decorated and it may clash, but it's set up as a monthly format. So this is the first page. And at the top, it shows priorities, then your top three priorities. And then you have the graph portion for things that you want to document that's important. And then halfway down, or 2/3 of the way, 1/3 of the way down, it has to jot it down. So you have that space to write down anything you want for the month. And at the bottom of the page, you will see the different U.S. Holidays. And in this case, it's Independence Day. Okay, so for the second page, you will see where they have about 3 habit trackers that go from the 1st through the 31st. Then you have your monthly goals, which would be in the graph paper portion at the top. And then the check it off. So you'll have your check offs for what your monthly goals are going to be. And then if you want to, you can document your note to self. Now, of course, these things can be changed with stickers, but I'm pretty much going to stick with this. On the next page, you have the dot grid going back to the top 3 priorities that you had from the previous page. And then, of course, you have some space to take notes. So this is the second page. Well, it's the page after the monthly page. I didn't show you the monthly page because it's pretty much the same and consistent throughout the planners in the big. Okay, this is the second page. So what you have is, since July has 31 days, so you have 31 of these 7 checklist items. So each day you're going to write down daily tasks. So you'll have 31. And then if you have a month that has 30 days or 29 or 28 days, you'll have the corresponding number of daily tasks or blocks. And there's about 7 of them in each of it. So what I did on this particular one is I just took one of the pages out, and what I'll do is I'll put it on the following years because it doesn't show a particular year, so I don't have to make any changes. So I'm going to be doing a lot of documenting and checklists and to-do items on this particular planner. And then at the end of the month, we have a don't forget. So I'm thinking this is something that I'm going to be using for the following month. Okay, and on the last page, you have a notes section. You have 2 pages that you can take notes for that month. So it's pretty functional. You can pretty much do whatever you want. So you can write on it. I plan on writing. You can decorate it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But this will probably take up the space where I won't be using my journal as much. And this is starting July 2023. So I'll be taking a lot of notes in here pertaining to that particular month. So that's what it looks like on the last page of the month. Okay, so this is I did not make any change here. I'm just showing you what I have done in the classic size planner. And again, how you know the difference between the classic and the big is this one has 9 discs and it's smaller paper as opposed to the big that has 11. So these are the changes that I've made since January, and I probably, hopefully not, but I may make some other changes as the need arises. So hopefully this information was beneficial to you. I am definitely looking forward to the comments on some of the things that you're doing or some of the changes you may have made in your notebooks, journals, and planners. But this is what I've done thus far. Everything else has pretty much stayed the same. So hopefully this information was beneficial to you. Thank you for stopping by, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great week.